Welcome back to Sailing Kashmir. On this episode, we say adios to Ensenada as we head down the coast, headed for Cabo. Adios! You see the marker straight ahead, Crick? Seems like you're closer on starboard. Oh. And now it's working. You're right in the middle. You're good.
Exiting Echo 29. Gracias, thank you. Feet.
You're going to hit straight ahead an 8-foot pocket.
Yep. Remember that.
Now there's just little waves crashing. It was 20-foot waves earlier. A big thank you to our waiters at the hotel restaurant for being patient with us while we practice our Espanol on them. It was so much fun celebrating Christmas and New Year's in Ensenada. We also enjoyed meeting up with friends who were also in Ensenada. The captain then waited his turn at the port captain's office to check Kashmir out of Ensenada. Even though we aren't leaving Mexico, vessels are required to check in and out of each port they stay in. This leg, sailing from Ensenada to Cabo, should take about 6 to 7 days sailing nonstop. Cabo, here we come. Just trying to see how cool the mountains are. We never did all our tape like we were going to. Swells are about 6 feet. Of course, it doesn't look like it. The wind is just starting to pick up a little. Let the words of my mouth and the meditation of my heart be acceptable in your sight, O Lord, my strength and my Redeemer. Whenever I'm on my shift by myself, I get up about every 20 to 30 minutes and check the charts. I keep the iPad with me so that I can check our route, but I like to see what other vessels are around us and make sure that we're still transmitting from radar.
I turned the running lights on and the anchor light on. Do you want the engine light on?
I don't think you need to, no. Brought my blanket up so I can stay warm because even though it's Mexico, it's still chilly, believe it or not. It's like desert, hot during the day, chilly at night. We'll see what it gets down to. Today, I believe it was a high of 59 or 61. I can't remember. I wish I had a camera that showed the stars. So beautiful tonight. It's pitch black, so I can see a million stars. Wind has died down to 11 knots. Our speed over ground is only 4.0. Buenos días.
Buenos días, señorita.
Another semi-calm day at sea, but the swells are really rocking the boat. Poor little Oliver was throwing up yesterday, but he's fine today. Penny and I were nauseated yesterday. Today is worse. Captain, of course, has not gotten seasick yet.
We're in the middle of mid-sea refueling. And we hit some kelp, but there's a little more to it than that. And I lost the lid of gas to the fuel.
The new one we just bought
Yep.
in Campbell River.
Yep. And look at this.
Oh my goodness. So I went down below and got out the borescope that I bought the captain. You can see the mess that's stuck on our servo prop. The blue part sticking out is the end of our servo prop. This is what we ended up with. The first time we saw this bull kelp was up in Canada, and the stuff is so tough. Even with a scissors or a knife, it's still tough to cut through. So all this got fouled on our Oceanvolt. We have twin Oceanvolt servo props on our electric sailboat. While we wait for our borescope to charge.
Yes, we were down to about a 49. Whatever.
Okay, so half a tank.
Depend on which way the boat was rocking at the time of the rating of measurement.
We are on day 3 of our 6 to 7 day nonstop sail from Ensenada to Cabo. We have solar panels embedded on our Salona 44, which help recharge our batteries. But sometimes we need to start the backup generator, and we did that several times this trip. And so that's why the captain was refilling the fuel.
So I want to get going on the prop. Get that addressed. But during the aftermath of fighting getting that out of our way, I broke off the, because I was in the middle of fueling when we ran into this pile, and I lost the gap cap lid.
Since our boat was made in Croatia, many of the parts are German and Italian.
So now I've got to use the one that will fit, but not perfectly, but at least they'll keep the
Water out.
spray and water out. So, yeah, more nonstop fun. Stand by.
Today I've seen 2 seals. I already photographed that. Yesterday we saw tons of dolphins, like 15, 20, circling around the boat. But they seem to only come out at night here. The little stinkers. And then, of course, the whales. It's literally like 1,000.
Wow, as far as you can, a quarter mile, I can still see them up there with their fins.
There's literally got to be 500. I've never seen that many pods. We had quite a few going into San Francisco. Oh my goodness. And they're all in the sunset.
got it, bud.
Oh, that was like 10 of them. The pictures don't even do justice. You can't tell how pink the sky is, but it's insane. Woo! Got that one!
Three or four of them.
Woo!
Get them there.
Look at the colors in the sky. It looks fake, it's so pink.
All right, that was cool.
I can actually see the moon and a star.
It is 05:20. We still have stuff tangled on our prop and rudder, so we are pulling into Turtle Bay. As soon as the sun comes up, then the captain can dive under the boat and see what else needs to be fixed. Turtle Bay was beautiful, had a great holding with nice sandy bottom. As soon as the sun came up, one of the locals came out in their skiff and asked if we needed any fuel. We were only down 2 jugs, so we said we were good for now, but we thanked him for taking the time to check on us. Since the captain is unfamiliar with the current in this bay, he has a line attached to him, and that's what Penelope is holding on to. Woo! That one was close. Just left Turtle Bay. We had to swing in there to get some stuff off our prop. Whoa, that one splashed the camera. And we are 3 days, 3 hours from Cabo. We have our second reef in now. Winds are 19.8, 19.9. So far on this passage, the lowest we've seen is 4 knots of wind, and the highest is gusting to 24. Did you see that? It hit a 19.9, so yeah, we're basically 20 knots. I'm glad we have the second reef in. Otherwise, it's not a very comfortable ride. Just about lost the iPad. What happened? Whoa! There you could see how much we were tilted. What happened to your electronics yesterday, my love?
Well, there's a couple things there. One, I wanted to do some underwater photography. So my phone is currently taking video at about 5,300 feet. I wasn't sure if cell phones floated. They don't, and I've tested it twice, so I can confirm cell phones don't float.
Well, depends on if you use the bag your wife bought you that's waterproof and floats and goes around your neck.
Right, and it would work, except I tore a hole in that bag. So,
And how did you do that, my love?
trying to do underwater photography with my camera or my phone. But we'll get over it. I gotta have my IT director set up another phone for me.
But every 4th or 5th wave is pushing 9-10 feet. 2 of them? I think I just saw another one. Yeah, straight back from the wheel, there's 2. Those are the 2 that were kissing yesterday. We're actually in t-shirts today instead of our winter jackets and hats.
The captain tied down the mess of line that got fouled on our prop until we could dispose of it properly so it doesn't cause any problems for anyone else.
First day we've had the hatches open, getting fresh air down there.
This is the calmest we've seen the Pacific from the top of Vancouver Island to the bottom of the Baja Peninsula in Mexico. It was the most brilliant blue I have ever seen. I also got to see my first sea turtle in the wild.
Penny, a giant whale just went by your window. Oh, yeah. Yup. So you just finished with the Rain Man. See our other video about how we use that if you haven't yet. And we are about, 85 miles north of Cabo San Lucas. We are on day 6. No, we're day 7 already. That's right, because we got put behind a bit. Day 7. And what did you say you wanted to remember about the water?
Oh, how much foreign people go through, just kind of bracket how much do you really go through. And so in 7 days, 4 of us using the 2 tanks we got, which is roughly 80 gallons, burned through that. So, good thing to know. Nobody took a shower, so.
Sponge baths.
SpongeBob?
Here is our sunset on day 7. Gorgeous as always. Hi, I love you.
Hi, I love you way more.
Not possible.
Cool.
My last night watch of our 7-day trip down the Baja Peninsula. And this is the first night where the moon is actually giving me a little bit of light. So it's not pitch black. It's kind of cozy. There she is. We can see Cabo. Oh, there's my little buddy. I was feeding him some bread. He wants some more bread, I think. We are 4 hours or so from Cabo. And we have a little friend. Can you believe we made it from Anacortes up to the top of Vancouver Island?
Down the west side of Vancouver Island, got through the graveyard of the Pacific, accomplished our goal of sailing under the Golden Gate Bridge, kept heading south, got to Alameda Bay, made our way down to San Diego,
To the Baja Peninsula in Mexico, almost to Cabo, and then on to La Paz.
We owe it all to the King of Kings and Lord of Lords, kept us safe on this journey. We stopped in many places that we had not planned at stopping, but the Lord laid it on our hearts. We met so many amazing people that we wouldn't have met otherwise.
It's gusting to 22 knots. You're off of Cabo Falso. This reminds me of the Johnston Strait. This is how it was. The only one windy day we had where they said, I mean, it can get bad there, that you literally have to tuck in. It gets so bad. And this is about as bad as it got there.
A few hours before we arrived in Cabo, we had 3 big whales right off our starboard side.
Cabo, Mexico.
Our neighbors have a helicopter on their yacht, just in case. We're just going to stay one night in Cabo so that Penelope could see her friend who was also vacationing there. But there was bad weather, so we ended up staying an extra night, and we had to move a little farther east in the bay because it was so crowded. Buenas noches, Cabo San Lucas.